The trial of Steve Lawson's cover-up case in the Crystal Rogers Bardstown murder mystery ended for the day early. The Commonwealth also rested its case before lunch, then turned it over to the defense, and they will be calling more witnesses tomorrow as we kick off Friday morning. But one name, big name, continues to come up in this case, a man who appears to have deep connections to the disappearance of Crystal Rogers, but has not been arrested. Let's get to Shay McAllister with more on that, beginning our coverage today from Bowling Green. Shay?
Hey, Doug. Well, by my count, Nick Houck has been mentioned 4 times this week. He's been called a co-conspirator on the case. He's been called a suspect on the case. We've heard about an FBI file on him that includes evidence that he worked with the other suspects to not only kill Crystal, but cover it up. But still, he walks free tonight. Well, just a few hours ago, his former boss, the Bardstown police chief at the time, Rick McCubbin, gave me a call telling me he thinks that all might be part of a much bigger plan.
Well, Nick, I've had a chance to review your charts on both tests. That first test, you did not pass the test.
That's Nick Houck during a police interrogation in 2015. The man questioning him is an FBI agent named Mike Schaefer. Mike took the stand in court today, telling jurors he asked Nick Houck if he was involved in the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. Nick denied it.
I'm telling you, no. Okay, I don't know anything about this.
Prosecutor Shane Young confirmed in court today Nick Houck has been named an unindicted co-conspirator in the case. He went on to call the death of Crystal Rogers a coordinated effort. Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. I'm relieved. I'm relieved.
Rick McCubbin was police chief in Bardstown in 2015 when Rogers was reported missing. He said he had to force Nick to cooperate with police.
When I called him in and he wasn't cooperating, I just got a weird feeling. Something's not right.
Days later, he fired him and told him he didn't deserve to be a police officer, something he stands by today.
One of the best things I've done as a police chief in 35 years. I can't put a finger on it, but you get that feeling. I'm relieved I made the right call.
Still, so many questions about the evidence in the case. How, of the 3 suspects named and discussed, Nick Houck is the only one still walking free. Prosecutor Shane Young confirmed it in court again today, saying Nick has not been indicted. How can they say these kinds of things, but then not go and immediately make an arrest?
That's a good question we all have, but I understand it's completely up to the prosecutor at what point he's going to flip the switch and do that. Completely up to him, and they may already have a plan, and I'm sure they do.
A plan that could take shape in the days or weeks to come as Steve Lawson's trial starts to wrap up and Brooks Houck prepares to face a jury of his own. Well, this trial is moving along so much faster than anyone intended. We actually ended early today around 1:30 because 2 witnesses weren't expecting to have to be here until first thing tomorrow morning. So that's when we pick back up tomorrow morning. The defense now has this case. They expect to present 2 to 3 different witnesses, which means we could be hearing closing arguments and then possibly even turning this over to the jury around lunchtime tomorrow. Doug, if everything keeps moving at this speed, we could have a verdict by this time tomorrow.